Hi everybody, it's Evan Brown, your favorite technology and intellectual property attorney. This is part 2 of a 3-part video series on work made for hire. If you'll remember, last time we talked about work made for hire in general. This time we're going to explore what makes a work made for hire, and then we'll look at the practical consequences of that. To determine what makes a work made for hire, we have to look at the Copyright Act. And the Copyright Act provides 2 different categories of work made for hire. The first is any creative work that is created by an employee within the scope of his or her employment. That's automatically a work made for hire, even if there's not a contract between the employer and the employee saying that the creative works are work made for hire. It just happens automatically. The second category of work made for hire that is spelled out in the Copyright Act doesn't deal with employers and employees, but deals with independent contractors creating specially commissioned works. Here's what the Copyright Act says can be a work made for hire if the contract says it is: a contribution to a collective work, a part of a motion picture or other audiovisual work, a translation, a supplementary work, a compilation, an instructional text, a test, answer material for a test, or an atlas. And the Copyright Act gives a little more information about what a supplementary work is. Think, for example, of when one author writes an introduction or a foreword for a book written by another author. A supplementary work could also include illustrations that an artist creates for another work. So what is the practical effect of something being a work made for hire? Well, simply stated, a work made for hire is owned the very moment it is created by the party who did the hiring. It's not even owned by the person who did the work even for a millisecond, and then it's transferred to the employer or the party who hired the independent contractor. No, the employer or the party who hired the independent contractor is treated as the author, and they own the work from the very moment it is created. So from an even more practical perspective, something that we'll talk about in the next video, if the work does not qualify as a work made for hire and the party who does the hiring wants to own the copyright, there needs to be a written assignment. Well, thank you so much for watching this part 2, this deeper exploration of work made for hire. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like it. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe at this channel. Why don't you go over and read my blog at evan.law. Yes, doing some rebranding from internetcases.com. That now redirects to evan.law, so be sure to check that out. I will talk to you again next time with more information about law and technology.